town meeting's on the agenda, and
Coming up.
I'm not sure where we're gonna go with this because my knowledge, the official select board had nothing to do with determining the date or the place. Others.
I guess I remember differently.
Pardon?
I remember that you all discussed it over at the Playhouse in January, and I think that's where it was. And that I know that you had first proposed to keep it in March, and I think Jim brought up moving it to a different date. And his comment, as I recall, was to keep it as May 25th because that was a select board meeting anyway, and you all voted on it.
No, that's not the way it went down. That's not the way it went down.
Is there a problem then?
Well, no, I'm just going to try and straighten things out here because the word was out on the street that the town meeting was going to be June 5th. And I called Jim up and I asked him what the hell was going on because we hadn't really discussed it. And he said, well, June 5th. I said, well, I won't say exactly what I told him, but I says, that's pretty foolish weekend to have it because I says, you're right after a major holiday weekend and you've got all the people moving here for summer. Now,
You said that at a meeting.
Yeah.
And we voted.
This was before that meeting. This was before that meeting.
Well, we voted
I've
at
had May
that meeting.
25th on
You
my
made the same
calendar
point
a
at
long
that
time.
meeting, and that's why we voted May 25th.
Right.
I agree.
Because I was
I've
thinking
had-
June 5th until you brought that point up and said, oh, yeah, that's right.
I agree. I thought we did
And we
vote on
voted-
it and I had it on
But
my
I-
calendar along there, but we did not have the location established because we didn't have the location established.
Right, you were going to meet again on March 23rd. to discuss
Because I don't remember ever going for the car. Because
Well, the
I wouldn't have gone
ladies
for the park.
will allow us to have the meeting on the green if we so choose.
It was left open. You were going to discuss it on the 23rd and to decide whether it was going to be outside or inside. And that's how I wrote the warning up as though we're outside and you said it was a done deal and it went on
well,
from there.
we'll see what Mother Nature does for us.
Well,
Are we having tents?
Well,
Because if
you know,
Mother Nature doesn't
I
like
don't
us.
know. It's kind of a select board meeting. And my
No,
request for
I'm not asking you, did we approve?
No,
I don't
there was
think
no
tents were ever
plan made.
discussed.
All right, because if it's a rainstorm, I don't think it's
Well-
gonna be too neat.
My request for putting it on the agenda was that there are new guidelines. You can have people as close as 50, one per 50 square feet, which is very different from the 100 square feet we had previously. As of the news tonight, if it's an indoor meeting, you still have to wear masks. If you're outside with a very small party, you can have no masks on if everyone's been vaccinated. And if you're outside with a large group, you still have to wear masks. My question would be, are you going to ask people to bring their own chairs? We can get the information out. Are you going to put 6-foot distance markers off? Are you going to bring tents in? Are you going to ask Little School to do any food and beverage? I mean, there's still a meeting to plan whether we agree on where it should be or not.
Save hassle, I'd say no on
no food.
beverages.
I thought we had discussed that too. I thought we said no beverage, food or beverage, and that we were going to meet outside unless
We can move
could
inside.
meet inside.
Yeah, we still
And
don't
that's
know what
what
the
we
rules
said,
are gonna be
yeah.
May 25th.
Well, I know it's still, and it changes every week, so. But I agree, we need to get word out if people are gonna bring chairs or we're gonna set up chairs. And
The
if we're
chair
probably
thing
gonna
would
set
be-
on the green or on Park Street in front of the Playhouse. I've heard both, but I did go ahead to ask,
I just finally put it down on the front cover that it was at the Playhouse, likely to be prepared to be outside, rain or shine. Tim was the only one who gave me any feedback on it. So that's what I put on the cover.
Most everybody has these fold-up chairs now, the Falklands and stuff. I
Would
think-
this be Wayne Granquist?
Yeah, and I'm bothering you, and if this is not a good time, we can do this some other time. But I wanted to talk about the select board and Bruce's resignation.
Well, I just moved a change in the agenda so that we could
We can take care of it.
all thank Bruce very much for his service. And he has agreed to linger on and serve until town meeting, but it's pretty clear that he doesn't plan to go beyond that. And he's sitting 4 feet away from me. Want me to give him the phone?
No, sometime when you're in less public surroundings, let's talk about successors.
Okay,
Okay?
very good. Yeah, I'll get back to you.
Talk to you tomorrow sometime. Okay?
Very good. Take care. Bye.
All right, well, I'm prepared to show up on town meeting day at 9:00. Have any thoughts about
Didn't
it?
we mention, find out, I don't think Community Association, I haven't heard anything about any pig roast or anything because they usually put the tent up for that. So we aren't doing that. And the Vermont Country Store usually supplies one of the tents anyway and helps put that.
We'll have to go on the green, and I asked Jim Zabo about it being installed all over the road itself, and he said it couldn't be. So
Has to be on the green. There's a spot toward where the accidents always happen. That is the biggest opening where it can accommodate the biggest tent.
So I didn't do anything for you on that one, except get the information.
Okay.
Is the tent? Why am I asking people that probably don't know any more than I do? But I will anyway, because somebody maybe does. Is the tent that the theater company plans to put up going to be up at that point in time?
I doubt it. I don't think they're planning till summer.
Donnie had a question.
Is this, I hate referring to it as a town meeting, I'm going to call it a program. Is there an amplifying system going to be used there? Because if we're isolating 6 feet or 20 feet or whatever it is, I'm hard of hearing and I would probably miss a lot if Wayne was doing it verbally without amplifying his voice.
My recall is that Jim Linville's indicated that his sound system could be available for that meeting, but that's just my recall.
Mhm.
Anybody else got the same recall?
I never heard that.
We usually hook it up at the bandstand with the electricity is what we've done in the past.
And the Playhouse, if you were all utilizing the porch, could put their sound system out
Their
on
sound
the porch.
outside.
Without it having to worry, anyone having to worry about the weather. Because we've always had amplification even indoors.
So if we got Jim's sound system, people bring their own chairs.
And your poncho,
Pardon?
We can tell them where to put it, yeah.
and your poncho.
The only thing I can think of is maybe we might want to have a couple of trash cans sitting around someplace for people to throw stuff in.
That's a good idea, because if the little school's not furnishing any food, why wouldn't people bring their own munchies if they want to? I mean, we're outside, what the heck? And if we aren't outside, we still don't know what the rules are going to be on May 25th. We might be having a meeting inside.
To my knowledge, we don't have trash cans big enough here.
We have some at the Playhouse, but those aren't.
Yeah, I have a couple. I'll come to, shall I follow up with Jim? Do we want to ask about the tent or not? On our old business too, been communicating with Jim about the sign that I want to talk to you guys about. So, the welcome signs at either side of the village
Yeah.
and having those painted. So I'm going to talk to Jim. Do you want me to find out anything about the tent or not? He said it can't be put up on the street. It has to be on the green.
Well, we are still a month away from it, so why not have Jim?
Okay.
I mean, there's no reason to make any kind of a commitment or have him make any kind of a commitment at this point in time. But, I mean, that's the way I see it.
As long as we can do it ahead of time.
It doesn't
maybe
hurt to have the
more on a weekend.
information.
Right.
And if we can't find a couple trash cans, we can also in the hardware store and get a couple, but I just think that if they're gonna want us to use the green, we ought to have at least a couple trash cans to.
I think that's a good idea.
Keep it clean.
Well, anytime the ladies do anything or the community association does anything on the green rounds.
I
That's
usually
right.
bring a couple of big ones, or Jim provides them. Jim Zabel.
So.
So the permanent date for the town meeting is May
27th.